but of course not on the West Somerset Railway. Really light load of passengers here.
Right, we have the token.
Oh right.
So that's one from here to Crowcombe.
You actually stop with it, Jim. You don't have to have your arm out and
no,
hook
you've
it.
got to. Yeah, it's.
You couldn't hook that one.
You have to actually stop to do it.
Yeah. Waiting for the guard now.
Yeah, just make sure the guard's seen the.
You got the token,
seen
yeah.
the token.
So it's purely up to him now to decide whether there's any more passengers or not.
Yeah, and obviously departure time.
Yeah.
I have to. What I'm concerned about is obviously the signal.
Yeah. That had dropped some time ago, but that doesn't mean you say you've got to go now.
No.
It means go when you're ready.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you know exactly what precise times you should be at each station.
I have the working timetable to hand.
Yeah.
And that's exactly that. So it's all the arrival, departure times of all the. So that is slightly different to the public timetable, which just shows the departure time.
Oh right.
At
Right. Yeah.
Crowcombe, Willerton, and Blue Anchor.
Yeah.
Whereas we've got an arrival time as well at those stations, which can be just a minute before departure time. Depends on the timetable. Sometimes they're quite long waits depending on the timetable, especially at galas, as you've probably seen before, where one train seems to sit for quite a while waiting for another one.
Yeah.
Just obviously the length of the line.
Then that's the brake on your right
That's
hand.
the brake.
And that's the accelerator
This
on
one
your
here is the throttle and dead man's. So I have to keep that
pressed down
pushed
all the
down
time.
against that spring all the time.
Yeah.
If I let go of that, train will stop automatically. The throttles will all turn to idle automatically because it's all spring loaded, and then the brakes will come in and stop you. So yeah, it stops you from.
I've got an indicator to the guard, so I guess the guard's looking for information.
And as you know, we should get.
And you repeat it. That's it.
Repeat it to the guard, yeah.
Yeah.
And off we go. See you later. Slippy there is with that damp rail.
I see, yeah.
That's why I had to keep shutting off.
You must feel that by experience, I suppose, because I certainly didn't hear any sounds of slippage.
I've got an indication what the engines are doing this end, and if the wheels pick up, you'll see the rev shoot
I see.
up. But you can tell. Quite a climb out of the station there and onto a wet rail, and it's just a little bit slippy.
Yeah. Oh, I expect you have sand like you would on the steam.
Not on this, no.
You wouldn't?
No.
All right. Little runny rabbits running. Ooh, got a few rounds. I think that's heavy rain last night must have washed your windscreens quite well, 'cause it's nice and clear now.
We're coming up to the first AWS ramp. That's what's in the middle of the track there. So as we go over this, you'll hear the horn. You should see that.
Yeah.
And like I say, if I didn't cancel that, we would stop.
I see.
They're permanent magnets, so as I said earlier, they give you a warning whichever direction you're going. In this direction it doesn't apply, and that's what that little sign was with the cross on the track.
Yes.
That indicates to the driver that the warning that I just received doesn't apply.
The other way.
Yeah.
How long is the official learning period to become a DMU driver?
There's lots of variables with that. Depends on how many turns you do.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think you have to do. There is a minimum amount of training turns that you have to do.
Yeah.
And then obviously it goes down to the footplate panels to decide when you're ready to actually pass.
Yeah.
And then you'll be put forward for your exam. So it's two-part. It'll be a rules exam and then obviously a practical driving exam where somebody be sat where you are there.
Observing very closely.
Yeah. And asking questions.
Right.
And then it's constantly, you have an annual ride out every year, and then you have to do your rules every 3 years. So for me, being a guard, I have to do that for the guard and for driving as well.
Yeah. Some of these birds don't seem to mind how you're approaching.
They disappear quite quickly when you get there. The pheasants.
Yeah, well, they're a bit stupider, aren't they? Yeah. What about?
It look like you're going to hit pheasants sometimes because they'll still be on the track and you're like, but they just sort of step off there. They step off just at the last minute.
What about things like deer?
Yeah, long here. It's strange you should say that. Quite often get them along this little stretch here, so you have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I saw a bit of YouTube video the other day of someone was filming at Crowcombe.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, go crossing in front. Yeah.
Just as the train arrived. I was amazed at that. Oh, there's a pheasant. Yeah.
The deer are usually fairly quick and get out your way.
Yeah.
Pretty sharpish, so. They can have a tendency to panic a bit and run along the line rather than just go
sideways. Yeah. It's a beautiful view of the line, though, isn't it, from here?
Yes, yeah, that's why everybody, as you know, wants to get the seats
yes.
behind.
Yeah. Go on, bird. Just in time. It always amazed me when, in the early days of steam locomotives, they didn't plan them with the cab looking forward, you know.
Yeah.
To have it halfway back struck me as being rather illogical. I think the Americans did have some cab forward design steam locomotives. Oh, look at this, yeah. Bit of treeish.
Yeah, we'll be right there.
Not very much though.
Yeah.
Couldn't feel a thing. That wouldn't upset anybody. Does the guard get off and remove it? Yeah. Oh, he's coming up behind you.
Do you want to move that? Huh? Do you want to move that branch? Yeah. It was rubbing along the side, so.
Did you happen to see that Flockton Flyer edition that was on TV recently?
Yeah, they're putting the whole series on, aren't they, I think, on that channel. I've got the DVD, actually.
Oh, right. That was a rather bigotry in that episode.
Yes, yeah, that was... quite a few local people were filmed as extras, weren't they?
Were they? Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the area when that happened.
No, it's afraid before my...
Yeah.
I think it was filmed a year after I was born, so yeah.
Oh, right. Then, yeah, I noticed whenever possible they got as much steam out of the locomotive as they possibly could.
Especially for the cameras.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's not typical. Would he just chuck it into the hedge or put it on
just
board?
So it's clear, so then the next train won't
even be upset by it.
Worry about it when they come to see it.
Do you have to report that as well in some way?
We'll just let the signalman know at Crowcombe that we've
removed
it. Yeah, it's not big enough to do any harm, but it was rubbing along.
Yeah.
So you don't want anything.
No.
It didn't warrant an emergency stop because it wasn't going to cross the line or anything. So that's the main thing.
Yeah. So you'll have to go a little bit faster than you normally would from here on to catch up.
No, it's 25 mile an hour.
Yeah. Do you normally always try and travel at that speed?
That's the line speed.
I know,
So we're not allowed to do any more. There's certain sections that have got a lower speed.
Remember the old notice up there?
Yes, yeah. Well, we didn't quite get up there. So when in its BR service, that's how fast they could go. So,
I didn't realise it did go that fast.
Rocket along at 70 mile an hour. That's what speedo goes up to. It only just goes up just over 70. So,
oh yeah, so yeah.
Right, he's chucked it away. So.
When the driver's ready, he'll be away again. Do you have to wait for a green flag or a buzzer?
It'll buzz, yeah.
That's that. Good. Do you get many foggy days?
You get that misty rain, don't you, quite often, so...
that must cause a few problems.
You get the fog along Blue Anchor and that fairly very often as well.
Yeah, in from the sea. Yeah. Approaching Crowcombe. This is where the first token will be exchanged. See the signalman there with it in his hand. Can't see any passengers, unless it's that lady. No, I think she's a member of staff.
Hello, all right.
There's line walkers out today.
Okay, lovely.
They're currently nearly Wood.
Right, okay. We stopped just to move a small branch that was right on the against the cess.
Oh,
so
right.
we've cleared it out because otherwise steam coming through might think what's
I wonder
a bit
why
close.
the alert
Yeah,
was 3 or 4
yeah.
days. It's unusual for the time of year.
Yeah, it was rubbing along the side, so we stopped and the guard jumped out and moved it away. All right.
That's officially reported, yeah.